Hello everyone, JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update, bringing you all the latest ins and no outs in this video, I'm afraid, but contract news with Manchester City. A little bit of an interesting video, of course, and today we'll put emphasis on that, should be Cancelo Day. Fingers crossed. We're going to crack on with the video in just one moment. Before I do, though, make sure, like always, if you're enjoying the daily Manchester City transfer updates and you're enjoying all of my football content and Man City content, then make sure, if you're interested, you press that red button, subscribe, press the bell, put your push notifications on. Sailed past 4,500 subscribers. We've got 4,600 subscribers. Sailed past that. Now we're looking at 4,700 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Thank you, everyone, for the continued support. And don't forget, you can go check out my social media links you can find in description below and popping up on screen too if you want to go and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And also don't forget, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and also don't forget, leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. So we're going to crack on with this video, and we're going to be speaking about the ins first, and we're going to be speaking about a player from Aston Villa that Manchester City have been linked with. So Manchester City apparently are set to sign a 14-year-old midfielder. We start them young at Manchester City, called Kane Taylor. Now, all the English big clubs apparently have been chasing him, but apparently Manchester City have won the race to sign him. He's a highly regarded youngster. Manchester City have already agreed a compensation package with Aston Villa to be able to bring Kane Taylor to Manchester City. Doing a little bit of digging, is a left-footed player that will go into Manchester City's academy with the under-16s side. And that's all I can find on him, I'm afraid. Chances of me finding a picture on him when editing this video, unlikely. I'll try my best, though. If not, it'll just be a random picture. Sorry. We'll move on to the next update, and of course, while everyone's here, the Joao Cancelo update. So, strap yourselves in. Last 24 hours have been... I don't think there's a word for it, really, but anyway, Cancelo, he's had his medical at Manchester City yesterday. Upon completion of his medical, Danilo flew into Turin yesterday afternoon, early evening. Juventus' own Twitter, the English Twitter that they've got for Juventus, taking lots of pictures and lots of videos of Danilo arriving. So if you needed official confirmation, there it is. Now, he's expected to have his medical today. My understanding is, when I've been filming this video, his medical has already begun. So the transfer being announced is imminent. I'm going to presume here that personal terms have already been agreed if he's doing a medical. But once that's been completed, Manchester City have already completed everything their end for Cancelo. Literally everything needs announcing. And like I said, I'm expecting that to be done very quickly. I'm expecting that to be done today, some point probably in the afternoon or early evening. Make sure you stay tuned to my Twitter for official confirmation. I will, of course, have a video up announcing Joao Cancelo as a Manchester City player when he is announced. So stay tuned for that video, so make sure you subscribe, and most importantly, press that bell, put your push notifications on to be notified immediately when we do sign Joao Cancelo, which should be today. Now, the deal, in case you wasn't aware, £27 million, few £1 million in add-ons, believed to be rising somewhere between 30 and 32 million pounds. So we're looking roughly 3 to 5 million pounds in add-ons. Danilo also included in on the swap. I've seen Manchester Evening News reporting still insisting that it's two separate deals. You combine both of them, they said it equals 53 million pounds, roughly there or thereabouts. But what they were saying is basically it was a swap deal. So yeah, interesting. Apparently, though, Joao Cancelo at Manchester City will wear the number 27 shirt with Manchester City. So, yeah, going to be new Manchester City 27. I'm hoping that information that I've received is correct, and he will be wearing the number 27 shirt. But, like I said, Juventus have already taken pictures and seen Danilo, who's heading to Juventus. You wanted some official confirmation of Cancelo being in Manchester. Pictures were taken yesterday of Cancelo along with Bernardo Silva, along with Cancelo's agent, I think is Jorge Mendes, and also Manchester City's representatives, including Pep Guardiola and Txixi, were all seen last night. I presume at Pep's restaurant. Someone's got a picture there of them all having dinner. You wanted confirmation that Cancelo is going to become a Manchester City player. There it is. Exciting times, and we've got an incoming coming to Manchester City. I'm always happy to see that one. Love to know your thoughts on that in the comments below. I'm expecting to have another video out today with us announcing that, I hope, because I don't want it to go to deadline day. Now, got an update on a player that City were linked with earlier in the window, Felix Correia. Now, everything was done and dusted and sorted. I think it was the early to middle part of July. Not really had much on him since, until yesterday. He has officially joined Manchester City now, so he's a Manchester City player. That was announced yesterday evening. I do believe this is the first transfer that's been involved in the new partnership between Manchester City and Sporting Lisbon, or Sporting CP, which is Sporting Club de Portugal. He's an 18-year-old winger, signs for £3.1 million. Add-ons is going to take the deal up to above £14 million. It's all performance-based add-ons, so it could rise to as high as £14 million. I was wondering if he was going to be loaned or whether he was going to stay in the Manchester City academy, but either way, he's an exciting prospect and wanted to warmly welcome Felix Correia to Manchester City. Now, this morning, I was hearing flickers of a 5-year deal, and included in that 5-year deal will be a season-long loan starting this season. I have heard NAC Breda. I've also heard Girona mentioned. Now, the English transfer window shuts tomorrow, 5 p.m. Thursday, 5 p.m. it shuts. You are still allowed to sell players out on loan, just not to other Premier League teams and other Championship teams. City are free to loan out players to League One and below in England. City are free to loan out players throughout most of Europe, whose windows, apart from Italy, which I think, don't quote me on this, is August 18th the window shuts. Everywhere else shuts either end of August or beginning of September, so City are free still to sell players, which I'm expecting City to be loaning some players out. Of course, Girona and Breda, as far as I'm aware, haven't signed players from Manchester City as of yet, so I'm expecting some young players that normally head out on loan, that haven't headed out on loan just yet, to at some point in the next few weeks to be heading out on loan. Rumours are Felix Correia will be one of them. Will it be NAC Breda or will it be Girona? I was having to think about it this morning whilst I was having my breakfast, and thinking Girona would be a good step in the right direction here for Felix Correia. Similar culture to Portugal and what he's used to. So Spain's not got a huge cultural difference between Portugal and Spain. So I thought that'd be a nice little step in the right direction into settling somewhere else. So you're moving somewhere new, different culture, but similar to what you're used to, and it's a nice stepping stone into a move to Manchester City, into Manchester, or even wherever or whatever Manchester City wish to do with Felix Correia, because I've no idea if he's going to be one of them young players that Manchester City sign, loan him out and then sell him and then want to re-sign him, or using him for profit, or Manchester City are going to use him for the academy, or City are going to use him for the first team. I do not know. I just know he's got some pace there. He's a winger, can play out wide, and he's got good prospects there for someone who Manchester City might well want to utilise one day. So we're going to have to wait and see. I mentioned Girona ahead of NAC Breda. I also didn't consider Breda that much because I still got warm memories in my head of NAC Breda barely using any of the Manchester City youngsters as of last season, questioning their attitude and wanting to use their own players, which, okay, fair enough to think that, but why would send more players out there on loan completely baffles me, and I won't be too happy if prospects like Felix Correia are going out to places like Breda and not being utilised, because that's just a waste. Hate wasting. Now, contract news, last bit of news in the video. Good news if you're a fan of Ilkay Gundogan. He's set to sign a new deal at Manchester City. Contract has been agreed. That's according to Sam Lee, reliable information. We're hearing a 3-year contract extension to his current deal, which expires next summer. So that deal will be until 2023, which Manchester City see as a good positive step of having Ilkay Gundogan throughout all of his prime years. He'll also have an option, apparently, of an extra year on top of that too. So he could be at Man City until 2024. Gundogan is very relaxed on this contract situation, wanted to see what was best for him. Apparently City were worried about him going to another Premier League side, including Liverpool in that, so they're happy to get Ilkay Gundogan on his best years at Manchester City. I rate Gundogan. I think he's a good player, so lovely jubbly in my opinion. I'm happy to have Ilkay Gundogan for a few more years at Manchester City. No updates on Leroy Sané, which is good, I'd say, if you want Leroy Sané to stay. No news in this situation is good news. So I'll bring you all the latest on the next transfer update tomorrow. Of course, deadline over in England, so bring you all the latest deals, ins, outs and contract news with Manchester City. Hoping to bring that video to you later on today with us signing Joao Cancelo. Love to know your thoughts in the comments below that. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on to be notified immediately when I do upload, so you can be notified immediately when Man City do sign Joao Cancelo. Don't forget, Also, check out my social media links if you so wish. Twitter and Instagram in description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on social media. And don't forget, if you're interested in doing any business sponsorships with me or any general business enquiries, my email's in description below. You don't want to hit me up on my email, feel free to follow me on my Twitter or Instagram and just private message me or whatever on them, and let me know what you've got in mind. Always looking for some sponsorships or any general business stuff, so do let me know if you so wish. Want to check out my email, that's in description below, by the way, or it's just JSGC171@gmail.com. Plug. And don't forget, last but not least, leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video, and I'll see you all again tomorrow for the big transfer deadline day. It's been a long summer, this one, but my opinion, get this Cancelo deal done, and it's been a very successful summer. So I'll see you all again tomorrow, or hopefully for that video later on, and I'll see you all again very soon, I suppose. Peace. Ciao for now.